If you dip a glass jar into a wild swamp, the multi-billion-dollar survival industry relies on the fact that you will be intimidated by the sight of that stagnant water. Yet this fear overlooks a massive piece of 19th-century municipal engineering. Look at the Fairmount Waterworks in Philadelphia. Entire cities pulled their drinking water directly from raw, muddy rivers, purifying it by the millions of gallons using systems that predated modern plastic filters. You can reconstruct this capability yourself. Using nothing but plain dirt, sand, and gravel, it is possible to build a self-cleaning, high-volume filtration system that cleans thousands of gallons of wild water for free. Survival readiness is built on proven historical engineering, the same systems that allowed 19th-century cities to flourish long before the invention of the portable pump. To understand why modern alternatives fail, we have to look at their internal structure. This diagram shows the core mechanism of a standard plastic camping filter, which relies on microscopic pores to act as a physical wall, allowing only tiny water molecules to pass through the grid. But real-world swamp water presents an onslaught of heavy silt and mud. As you can see, those microscopic pores instantly jam with large debris, and the flow of water reaches a dead end. The output drops to a trickle. As you apply more force to the pump handle, internal pressure builds rapidly inside the plastic housing until the unit eventually cracks or seizes up. Because these units are sealed, they cannot be serviced or cleaned once the internal pores are blocked. The user is effectively required to purchase a new cartridge every time the system encounters significant sediment. In real-world survival conditions, a mechanical filter functions as a consumable item with a finite and often very short lifespan. The 19th century solution is a gravity-fed barrel. It uses common materials and requires zero electricity or factory-made parts to operate. The foundation begins at the bottom. You build a base of heavy river gravel, followed by a thick layer of smaller pea gravel. These stones create a porous buffer zone, allowing purified water to flow freely toward the drainage spigot without washing materials out. Once the base is established, you fill the remaining vertical space entirely to the top with deep, fine, clean sand. When dirty water enters from the top, this deep sand acts as a massive, dense sieve, physically trapping heavy silt, dirt, and visible debris at the surface. This mechanical process removes the turbidity, but clarity is distinct from safety. The water still contains the microscopic pathogens that the sand alone cannot stop. After a few weeks of consistent use, the top 2 inches of the sand undergo a complete transformation. 19th century German scientists classified this naturally occurring biological layer as the Schmutzdecke. It is literally a living ecosystem. At a microscopic level, the top sand layer contains a dense colony of beneficial bacteria and microorganisms coating every grain. When pathogen-filled water enters, this layer goes to work. These organisms actively hunt and destroy harmful viruses as they attempt to pass through. While a modern filter tries to block bacteria until the system clogs, this biological process uses one set of bacteria to actively eliminate another. This living ecosystem replicates the purification methods found in nature. Because the bacteria colonies are constantly reproducing, the system becomes more efficient the longer it remains in use. Gravity pulls water through that predatory top layer and down through the deep sand, where it emerges from the bottom spigot as clear drinking water. This system can be built for the cost of a few bags of sand. It handles thousands of gallons of water and operates entirely independently of modern supply chains. When traditional utilities fail, a living ecosystem offers a method of purification that requires no manufactured replacement parts. True independence comes from consumer goods and toward an understanding of the timeless physics and biology of the Earth.